Good evening, everybody. Today we are going to discuss a topic called DNA is a genetic material and experimental proof by Oswald, Avery, McLean, and colleagues. These scientists they proved that DNA is the genetic material in 1944. Okay. Previous class I had discussed an experiment by Frederick Griffith. He was doing an experiment on Streptococcus aureus, pathogenicity of Streptococcus pneumoniae. So while doing that experiment, he discovered that something is transferring from S strain to R strain to make R strain virulent. Until 1920, the 1920 to 1944, during this period, the scientists thought that transforming principle is polysaccharide coat. The scientist name Oswald Avery, McLeod, and McCarthy. These three scientists proved that genetic material is DNA and polysaccharide is not genetic material, is not a transforming principle. Transforming principle is DNA and not protein. Who proved? These three scientists. How did they do the experiment? So these scientists proved in 1944. So until 1944, the scientists thought that transforming principle, that genetic material is protein or polysaccharide coat. But after in 1944, these three scientists they together proved that the DNA is the genetic material. How did they do the experiment? They took a same strain as Frederick Griffith. They had two strain, S strain and R strain. What they did is that they took the S strain. S strain is usually a virulent strain. S strain has got two components. One is a polysaccharide coat, other one is the DNA. What they did is they deactivated the polysaccharide coat. They deactivated the protein. After deactivating the protein, after deactivating the protein, what they did heat killed S strain. They killed the heat using heat. They killed heat S strain. The heat killed S strain. First they did deactivating the protein, so protein is deactivated. After that they do heat killed S strain. The heat killed it. Then they along with the R strain, they mixed with the R strain. After that they injected into the mice. So when injected into the mice, if protein is the transforming principle, then mice should not die. If protein is the transforming principle, mice should not die, because here we deactivated the protein. So protein is deactivated, so mice should not die. But here what happened is mice died. When the mice died, it means that protein is not the transforming principle, is not the genetic material. DNA is the genetic material. To confirm this, what they did is they did another experiment. In which they took same strain. In the first experiment, they deactivated the protein. Second experiment, they deactivated DNA. After that, they heat killed a strain, deactivated DNA of a strain. Okay, deactivated a strain. Then heat killed it. Heat killed a strain. Injected a mixed with R strain. Then injected into mice. Mice did not die. Because they proved that DNA is deactivated. So it's once the DNA is deactivated, it is not making R strain virulent. So what was the transforming principle? DNA is the transforming principle. I hope you have understood this experiment very clearly. It is to prove that DNA is the transforming principle, not the protein. How did they prove? In very simple way, let me tell you. When they injected heat killed a strain in which protein was deactivated, when they mixed heat killed a strain with R strain and injected into the mice died even though protein is deactivated. It means that protein is not the one that transferred from a strain to R strain to make R strain virulent. There's something else, that is the DNA. To confirm it, they deactivated DNA in the second experiment, and the same heat killed the strain and mixed with R strain. At this moment, mice did not die, which means that DNA is the transforming principle. Because the DNA is deactivated, it could not make the R strain virulent to kill the mice. So DNA is the transforming principle, which clearly says that DNA is the genetic material. So, if you want to watch the first experiment done by the Fred Griffith in 1920 to prove that polysaccharide coat is the genetic material, please refer the link below, which is given in this video. And if please subscribe my channel, and please comment your opinion and your doubts so that I can prepare for your next presentation according to your requirement. Thank you.